underground warlords, we battle demons. Send at your Adam's apple region. That's how.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Kerr. Kukoc is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Kobe. And it's Jordan in at the 3 spot. And for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Asar Thompson is out there with Holland. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. Well, we know it's been tough to win in Detroit for the Pistons. They've changed coaches again. Just 2 playoff appearances, Shams, in the last 15 years for this very proud and historic franchise. But there is, I feel, as you look at that franchise, hope. Do you see it as well?
No question, and it really starts with Cade Cunningham. I'm told the Pistons organization has all the confidence in the world in Cunningham. The first pick in the draft in 2021. He averaged 23 points, 8 assists per game, 6'6" point guard. Cunningham is someone the Pistons brass is very confident can be a franchise player, and he is their cornerstone moving forward.
He is a good starting point, I would agree. Here's Ivy. The layup off target. Here is Kerr. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. He feeds it to Kukoc. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Agile move there by Kukoc against the contact, navigating the defense to find that finish.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Shams, for the Bulls, the overall approach has seemed to be steady as she goes, stay in our lane, business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, a more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. A lot could happen with this team. Good stuff. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Knocks down the 3 ball. Cunningham's got 5.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
For 3, Kerr. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Thompson. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
And checking out the stats for Cade Cunningham. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 22 points a game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better. He's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Kukoc. Enzo Jordan will bring it up for Chicago. Here's Kerr for 3, and the rebound goes to the Pistons. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Well, these are the games you get up for, regardless of how you've played lately.
Now, here's Ivy. Upping on the board.
Well, positioning inside, win during the offensive rebound, which he then cashes in on.
For 3, Kerr. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
Outside Hardaway. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stewart down low. Working on Garnett. The Bulls with the lead. Bryant inside. Guarded by Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the D.
And Kobe drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Atlanta.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this one.
And here's Kerr following the three-pointer by Cade. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I call that slam dunk contest level.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Chicago making some changes. Yao, he's checked in for Rodman. Bird comes in for Michael Jordan. And it's Johnson in for Kerr. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Stewart against Yao. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Good work defensively by Yao.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Schroeder. And it's Yao. That time the assist by Johnson.
And you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against him and simply lofting these inside shots up and in.
Detroit, no good that time either. And it's Garnett at the elbow. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Chicago, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident shooting.